Hey guys, welcome to another episode. I wanted to do something quick for you guys, so here we go. I wrote down some things I wanted to talk about today with the iPhone X. This is really just a follow-up, and I know I did a full review video, but there are some things that I really wanted to add to just a whole new video for you guys. For those who are wondering, how is the iPhone X? Is it something that we should definitely look into getting, or is this something that we can wait on till the next generation? So I wanted to answer some of those questions for you, but let's go ahead and get started with things I wanted to talk about with the iPhone X. So the first thing that I wrote down is the software bugs. Last video I was talking about the issue whenever you wanted to type the letter I, it would come out as a box question mark, which was completely unordinary and something I haven't seen before in a phone, at least. I've seen this happen on a computer. It was very frustrating, but never on an iPhone. So that would be a first for me. The next thing I wanted to talk about, though, it was a good thing that the new iOS update, which was 11.1.1, that's a lot of ones. That's 4 ones in one update. Pun intended. Okay, let's dive into what I was gonna say though. There is one little guy who is lacking because of the iPhone X, and that's the Apple Watch Series 2. This is something I was not expecting, and I don't know how I feel about it necessarily because I wasn't expecting this to happen. So with the Apple Watch Series 2, so when I get a text message, I get this. That's not good. This is the same exact issue I was talking to you about. That's not okay. So that's been happening on my Apple Watch, and I thought that would go away with the update because the same exact time I was getting issues with my iPhone, it was happening on the Apple Watch as well. So that was a little interesting to have been going on with the iPhone X, but have it migrate to the Apple Watch instead of it just being on one device. So I'm hoping that there's a software update that comes with the Apple Watch that'll fix this issue. That has not been the case so far. Let's talk about the next thing. I was not expecting this as well. This was actually quite embarrassing for me. So I was at work today, just minding my own business, and a customer wanted me to check something if we had it online, like what the online price was, and I was done with my phone, so I put it off to the side gently like this. And the screen protector cracked. Yeah, it cracked. So all I had to do was set down my iPhone X with my screen protector on and my case on, and it cracked instantly. I thought I was hearing things, and I pressed a little harder, and the crack noise was louder, so I was like, okay, that is done. My screen, though, with the iPhone X, it's completely fine, which is actually the next thing I wanted to talk about. It's really hard to see this. It's even hard to see it with this lighting. This was not okay with me. So, what I'm trying to say is there are really, really minor scratches. I don't know if you can see it with the reflection, because I surely can't. But it's a little bit on this side in the corners. It's a little towards the middle, right here in this area. And then this corner right here. They're very minor scratches. They're not cracks. They're not deep. They're just really minor scratches, something you can get with really anything. So it's really things you would see on a screen protector, not necessarily your phone this early in. So I'm kind of worried about the safety of my iPhone X. But when it comes to the back glass, I literally see no scratches on it. Nothing whatsoever. And it's weird because the same places that have the scratches on it is primarily where the case is wrapping around it, but there's some closer towards the middle where the screen protector doesn't touch, so that makes me question a little bit on what's going on there. So let's talk about the benefits. Things that have improved since I've gotten the iPhone 10. One thing that was really hard for me and hard for a lot of users as well is that the home button was a little hard to get used to, but not only that, it was hard to do multitasking, it was hard to delete applications you didn't need, basic stuff like that. It was really difficult to have that type of accessibility with the iPhone 10, but I've noticed that it's not only smoother, but it's a lot easier to use with this new software update, but also, you know, just getting to know the phone, using it on a daily basis, using it as a daily driver, that has helped significantly with this smartphone. Well, my Notes app just crashed. That's fine, I guess. Come back to me, phone. Come back to me. Here we go. I was trying to be positive, and my Notes app is just like, no, I don't want to be positive. I'm like, thanks, Notes. You're the best. Battery life. This is the last thing I wanted to talk about. So battery life to begin with the iPhone 10. No, it was not good. The battery life, I noticed that it was significantly less than what I'm normally used to, but at the same time, I already know that the iPhone 10 has about an hour or two less than the iPhone 7 Plus, but even the iPhone 7 Plus, the battery life was still enough to reach towards the end of the day to have at least 30 to 20% left. I can kind of understand why the iPhone 10, it does last the whole day, but it's, if I plug it in for like just a couple minutes before I go on to the rest of my day. So sometime in the middle of the day, if I plug my phone in even just a little bit, it'll last the whole day. I'm not talking about like a full charge. I don't. I've noticed how much faster the charging is with the iPhone 10, and that's primarily what I wanted to talk about with it. My wireless, I know it's not accessible yet with fast wireless charging, but I've noticed that whenever I use my wireless charger, it actually charges really fast, faster than what I'm normally used to. Now, of course, when I use a different type of charger, it is a little bit faster, but I'm trying not to go overboard with the power brick that I'm using with the fast charger. I'm trying not to use anything too dramatic for it to wear down the battery, so I'm really trying to cut back on it. So what I would recommend to myself, and maybe to you as well if you're having this issue, I would wait on wireless charging all the time until the software update comes, which should be 11.2, when fast charging will be enabled. Fast charging isn't enabled right now in the iOS system. So really what you're getting with fast charging isn't really much to go by, but it'll be significantly faster when this new update comes out, and you'll also be able to use Apple Cash, which is something that I was really hoping would be available on my iPhone 7 Plus to get used to it, but it's not. Whoop-de-doo, we get over it. We get through it. Hopefully. Probably not. Pretty much does it for today's episode. This was a quick video for you guys. I wanted to really give the follow-up of the iPhone 10. This will probably be the last iPhone 10 episode until about a month from now, so I wouldn't expect anything unless something happens with a software update or any bugs. I will most likely be having an article about it or something like that if problems persist or if new problems come out of the water. So thank you for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. There should be an unboxing video soon. We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe it'll be another tech review, but stay tuned, you guys. Thanks for watching.